Hello, Professor. This is Lab01, the referee problem. And yeah, let's get started. So here's the code. I'm doing this on another machine, so I got like two machines. I couldn't get it to work on this Mac, so I'm just using this. And or I couldn't get it to download instead. I didn't want to go through that hassle, so I just did it on this. So here's my design file, and here's my test bench file, and I've already ran the simulation. So basically, my design file is set up. I got the entity referee. I set up my ports, ref1, ref2, ref3, and the head ref. All inputs for standard logic, and then the call is the output for the standard logic. And we needed 4 inputs based off the problem, itself. And our output, if it's a 1, it's high and we're in support of the call, and if it's a 0, we are not in support of the call, so we're rejecting it, and that's low. And if there's a tie, the head ref breaks that tie. And so here I've made a truth table, and there's a total of 6 ties. Not that really matters, but it does matter whenever I actually implement the design. And so since there's 4 inputs, then there's a total of 16 possible outcomes. And so here is my design right here, and it's all pretty much based off of I think I went about doing it in a K-map type of way, kind of like forming my my final solution, like simplifying it. But I really just based it off of choosing these ones as outputs, and then whenever I go into the test bench and in the waveform generator, I basically list this whole truth table. Then it'll go through the 0 cases too, and the call will be 0 for those cases. And so that is the design file, and we go to the test bench file. Here it is. There is no inputs or outputs for the entity. Here's my unit under test with the ports and whatnot. Set it up, and I set up my signals, and then I set up the port map. I connect the signals to the ports, and my waveform generator, as I said, I basically just listed the truth table, and I'm waiting 20 nanoseconds, and at the end I wait forever, and each time it's going to go through that design process, this output call right here, each time based off of that. So basically, going through this call, just to explain it, the call is made based off of the head ref, and for, I believe these are the ties right here, the head ref and ref 1, or ref 2, or ref 3. So say the head ref was 1 and ref 1 was 1, then that's a tie, and we'll say like ref 2 or ref 3 were both 0. Then our decision's obviously going to be a 1 because the head ref breaks that tie. And then we have either the head ref or ref 2 and ref 3, and then we have the head ref and the head ref and ref 2 and ref 3, the head ref and ref 1 and ref 3, the head ref and ref 1 and ref 2 for those cases. And then our final case could be the head ref and ref 1 and ref 2 and ref 3, which that represents all the way down to 1, 1, 1, 1. And so if we go to the simulation, here we have our names, ref 1, ref 2, ref 3, the head ref, and the call. And if we start at 0, we go to about 20 nanoseconds. By the way, that was the end of the test bench. All the way down here in the process. Alright, so here, let's see, I want to show the values. Okay, so here's ref 1, ref 2, ref 3, the head ref, and the call. So if we start at 0, and let's see, what is that? That shouldn't be showing. I think I need to rerun this simulation. All right. Okay, we start at 0, get to about 20 nanoseconds. Alright, as we can see, ref 1, ref 2, ref 3, the head ref, our 4 inputs are 0, and the call is 0. Based off the truth table, that stands. And then we move on to 0001, right here, ref 1, ref 2, ref 3, the head ref, and our call is going to be 0. And that's based off our design and implementing the problem in our first file here. And so we see that the head ref was 1, but the rest were 0, and so that corresponds right here. And so we should have a call of 0. And then moving on to 0010, we should also have a call of 0. So ref 1, 0, ref 2, 0, ref 3, 1, the head ref 0, call is still 0 based off the truth table. Oops. And 0011, we should have, there we have a tie, and the head ref is set to 1, so our call should be 1. Then we move on to 0100, call should be 0. 0101, another tie, and the head ref again there breaks the tie, as you will in like pretty much, or literally all of them. And then moving on to 0110, the head ref is 0, so he breaks that tie. And again, that matches the truth table here, 0110. And it continues to follow that pattern every 20 nanoseconds. We move on to 0110. Oh, no, that's what I just showed. And yeah, 0111, 1000, all the way to the end. Oh, it repeats itself. All the way to the end where we have nothing but more than 3 ones each time. And so our call should be a 1. 1101, 1110, and 1111. And so that's pretty much the lab. And yeah, thank you.